Hi folks, I'm Modelers. I'm back for another update on the CVN-65 USS Enterprise at 1/350 scale from Mini Hobby Models. So this week is gonna be part 17, and so today I'm gonna be covering all the photo etch that has gone on the hull and the deck. So basically I will talk about the photo etch, some weathering and attachment of the elevator decks. So this Edwards photo etch part 5, there are 2 frets for this this photo etch. So all these have been attached except for these few railings which goes on top of the deck. I have left it out because if I attach these, I cannot flip the ship around. And this is probably gonna be the last video for showing you from the bottom view, because after this I will start to work on the island, attach all the things on the deck, so I will not be flipping it. I won't be able to flip it around anymore. So this is gonna be probably the last video that we're gonna get to view from this angle. So anyway, let me just get into my update. So we'll look at it from the bottom side, and then later I will flip the ship around to take a look from the top. So basically all these photo etch has been attached. So I'm gonna start zooming in. So all these small decks below has been attached. These kind of things here, and this big piece here is entirely photo etch. And then we will move around. So I got all the nettings done here, and all these railings. One railing over there, and these smaller decks on the bottom of the below the catwalk. So on the front, on the bow here, I got these nettings done, and actually these nettings were one of the most difficult things to do on these photo etch sets. I think mine is not aligned, completely aligned well, because I've done some modification on this rider recovery horns. So I think maybe the shape, the size has run out a bit. Okay, so let's just move on a bit. Let's go on to the other side. So here we got this photo etch here, down here, and this is the big the round thing on the sponson. So this one, this was not so difficult. It's another photo etch there, and then okay, so this is also one of the most difficult things to attach, because there are 2 staircases here, and basically both sides have to be aligned to this centerpiece. And then there are some photo etch here, here, And on the stern area, we got, let me just, so stern area, all these other things have been attached. Some decks, small decks here. So basically, all the photo etch has been attached. So let me just move. I'm gonna try to flip this ship around, and you can just watch me do it. Okay, so yeah. So now let's take a look from the top view. So besides all these photo etch, I have also attached all the life rafts and these hose reels, and also some of these weapon systems. And okay, let's take a look from the stern again. So we got this is a very long piece of netting here, and I'm not so sure what this thing is, but yeah, I've seen it in the photo, and the instruction indicates around this area, but in the real ship's photo, I think this was more towards the left side. So more photo etch, lots of photo etch around here. And okay, one thing about this MK29 weapon system, so I think you can see that this is obviously too big, because if you try to move it around, it will probably hit these catwalks. So I think, yeah, the kit's parts are a bit too big, and I was planning to use Kitty Hawk's. They had the same exact this MK29, and it's slightly smaller. But the thing is, there's only 2 of those that I have left, and this ship requires like 3. So I didn't want to have it, have 2 in smaller size and 1 in bigger size. So I gave up and attached these bigger ones. And then, okay, here there's the crane with some photo etch, lots of railings here, nettings. Okay, so this is the part where there are these photo etch down here, and the life rafts attached there. So this is the one that I was talking about. It's a bit difficult, and especially these nettings here, I've ruined it. And these nettings are actually so fragile that the moment when you bend it, basically all these pieces will just break, So I think I broke most of them and glue it back. Yeah, so this one looks really bad actually, but I couldn't put it back into shape, so it ended up like that. And this is that round base here for this is a photo etch piece. So is this. So we got some hose reels all around here. Oops, seems like there's something, I think the ladder's a bit damaged there. And then coming to the bow areas, the nettings, this is how it looks like. Yeah, so the shape is a bit off. I think I've twisted it. But I did manage to stick everything on there. I think on the real ship, these pillars are almost horizontal and the nettings are in angle. But I couldn't get that angle. It ended up being maybe it was not long enough for these pillars here. And then down here there are these in fact I opened up these holes, not sure what these holes are for, and there are these small photo etch there. And then moving to the other side, we got photo etch here. So this railing has been attached, and then another big piece of netting here. So these were also quite difficult to attach. And for this part here, so maybe this part wasn't thick enough, so the netting is actually not sticking to anything. Only this top part is being glued, and there's no way I can bend this any further. And more nettings here, and this one is a completely photo etch part. And then there is this some laser guide thing for the aircraft to land. So I think that's all for the photo etch. And then now, okay, let's look at the elevator decks. I have already glued all these, and I did put some stretch sprues to depict the cables, but it was very difficult to get these cables to have some tension on it. But anyway, it does at least looks like a cable, so I'm okay with it. And for this elevator deck number 4, Edwards Photo Etch did not provide these things here. So these two pieces, I made them out of plastic cards and attach it. Basically, I just copied something, I just copied the other sides. This one is a photo etch. So I copied the shape and just cut it out and put some like a 0.5 beam to it, and put some photo etch. These are probably something from a tank, but it did look similar to the one on the other side. So, but anyway, at least this area is covered. So all these elevator decks are attached. So elevator number 1 is in upper position. Elevator 2 is lowered, and it also, I did try to put all these cables. Not sure if it's so visible. And basically there are 4 cables, and same goes for this one. elevator deck number 3. And I got this decal on, the Hormuz Highway Patrol decal. And basically, before I attach all these photo etch, I did do one round of weathering, because once these photo etch are attached, you will not be able to weather certain areas. So once I attached the photo etch, I did another round of weathering. And as for the deck, I got it weathered once, but actually from the camera it's very difficult to see the weathering, but actually it is very dirty. Let me move the light out. It's quite heavily weathered actually, but probably on camera it might not, it might not show. So I did a lot of like gray, white, and then some black, some washes, and also using the pastels. So these catapult lines, I have tried to make it really dirty using black color. So yeah, so the weathering on the deck, maybe I might add more weathering, but as of now, this is what I have. And even all the elevator decks have been I did do weathering on it just to make it look dirty. And this one here. So yeah, it took me 3 weeks to come to this stage. So the part 5 of the photo etch, there's 2 frets of it. That was really exhausting. Just took me 3 weeks to put everything together. And then these were also tedious. I mean, lots of cleaning on the parts. There was flash all around, so cleaning. Then after I attach it, I touch it up with paints again. And these these hose reels, there's 38 of these things provided. These are just photo etch with one. You have to cut up the beam in the middle. So this one was very tiring to assemble. But there are some, I don't know why, but there are some balance of these hose reels. Actually, some are supposed to go on this place here. Instruction shows, the kit's instruction shows the hose reels to be here, here, and maybe here. But the problem is this space here is too narrow for the hose reels to fit. Maybe because I have cut out the plastic. These are all photo etch. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I cut too much, or maybe this kit wasn't, the size wasn't right anyway. So I left out the hose reels from this area. It's not attached. Maybe I can add those additional hose reels somewhere else, maybe like here or some other places. I don't want to go, that to go to waste. And also on the hull itself, I did do weathering, put some rust, things like that. So I think mostly the weathering should be should be complete. I don't want it to be too dirty. And like I said, once again, on the camera it's not so obvious, but if you see it for real, it is quite heavily weathered. So after 3 weeks, this is the result. And yeah, so I apologize for taking 3 weeks to come up with an update. And after this, I will start working on the island and also put the rest of there is a railing on the deck here, and then there is one pole over here which I did not attach, but I have completed those things. It's actually in here. So there is this pole to be attached and this thing here, which is actually a photo etch and some radar thing. I think that one goes at the back on the deck. So once I'm ready to attach the island, I will attach the rest of the things that goes on the deck, and I think the ship will be complete. And then I will start working on the air wings. So yeah, I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me to do the superstructure. Hopefully not 3 weeks, but let me try, and I will come back again for more updates. So until the next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. So take care and cheers for now. Goodbye.